Suns get the ball to Mikal Bridges. Nothing going here on that drive. To Mikal Bridges. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Nice finish at the rim.
Oh, DeAndre Ayton's going to be a focal point of this rebuild going forward. He's a PG's dream. He is Anthony Davis's build and the offensive arsenal of Al Horford.
And he finishes at the rim.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
It's Phoenix ball. Mikal Bridges to Kelly Oubre. Goes reverse to lay it in.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Taken by the Suns.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Augustine with it up top. He'll run the offense. Fournier. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. From the painted area, won't go down. Mikal Bridges. Nothing going here on that drive. To Booker. Oubre. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. Augustine with the basketball. Down 5. Isaac to Gordon. And the finish at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either their or that attempt can still be a poster.
Baseline drive, but he can't finish.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Baseline drive.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Here's Orlando with the basketball. Rejected.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Booker. From long range. His first effort off the mark. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Into the game for Orlando, number 31, Terrence Ross.
And scores at the basket. Great body control, Jay. He was a freight train down the lane.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Into the front court, it's Booker. His team up by 1. Look out, Devin Booker. Missed his first. That one goes.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
In the front court, it's Augustine. Looking to make something happen. Count the basket inside.
When you open up a toolbox, you see every tool in the kit, right? Now, whether you can use every tool in the kit, that's another question. That's who Jonathan Isaac is. He's potential wrapped up in a 6'10" frame. He just has to continue to put in the time in the gym and hope he can reap the benefits.
Augustine with it up top. Down 3 to Aaron Gordon. Wide open look, won't go.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second-guess your shot. You've had 3 wide-open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
Nice pass to set things up. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
A couple of cracks at the line now.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
DeAndre Ayton at the line. First one, count it.
Substitutions, Orlando. Substitutions, Phoenix.
Able to convert on both free throws. Augustine with the basketball. They're down 3. It goes down.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Devin Booker, that's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Booker.
Number 17.
Has a look. Booker's shot, no good.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Augustine, guarded by Ryan Anderson. That's no good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Suns control the possession. Booker. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen. Booker. Not that time. He misses. 4-3. Another chance. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 21, Timofey Mozgov. Entering the game for the Phoenix Suns. Number 11,
Crawford.
Jamal Crawford.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended. A pass stolen by Phoenix. We are through one here at Amway Center with the Magic in front. Jay and I return with more from Orlando. After this, you're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Orlando's ball. Take stock of the floor. The Magic with 4 to shoot. That's blocked by Anderson. Short jumper stays out. Mikal Bridges to Jackson. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
In the front court, it's Augustine. Leads 3. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Gets to the basket and scores.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Oh, he had it. Augustine with it up top. Leads 1. Finish that. To Mikal Bridges. Shot from the lane won't go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body controls everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Sent it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Booker with it. Down a point. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Jamal Crawford. 2 of 4 now.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Isaac. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Augustine with the basketball. Down by 1. To Fournier. Shot clock violation. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Stepping in for Phoenix, number 25.
Bridges to Jackson. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
I've been watching this kid since he was 15 years old. T.J. Warren has always been one of those under-the-radar type of guys. Averaged 20 points a game last year, and he made big leaps in scoring year after year after year in his time in the league.
That pass stolen by Orlando. Mo Bamba knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Jackson. That's blocked by Vucevic. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Nikola Vucevic. Time for some new personnel into the game.
And number 54.
Booker.
Watch the screen.
The Suns with 4 to shoot.
Hey, back door, watch that back door.
Booker on the drive, but a shot won't fall. Magic basketball. Aaron Gordon picked up by T.J. Warren. Mo Bamba to Gordon. Driving right to the basket. Nikola Vucevic. He's 2 for 2 now.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Devin Booker gets a look. Can't hit. In the front court, it's Augustine. They trail by 1. Here comes the screen. And finishes strong.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
To Booker. Going to launch beyond the arc. Devin Booker in his own desert. No one in sight, and he takes advantage.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Drive here, but the shot stays out. To Aaron Gordon. From the outside, no good. Into the front court, it's Booker. Lead is 2. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Isaac. To Vucevic. Turned away by Jackson.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Crawford. Augustine with it up top. Down 4. The screen sets him up for 2.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Gordon. Slam dunk for Jonathan Isaac.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Crawford. Now a steal as the Magic have it.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Offensive board. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice.
Come on here. Come on.
Knocked loose. That ball's out of bounds. Last touch by a Magic, so the Suns keep the possession. Deep 3 at the buzzer. First half comes to an end with the Magic in front.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Magic are in a tight battle after the statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scores for the Orlando Magic. The Suns are keeping things exciting in a close matchup. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today.
Game track. Steals.
The story of this game so far has been the lack of ball security. Neither team could hold on to the ball, and unfortunately, it made the first half kind of tough to watch.
Player of the half.
Isaac has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Orlando ball.
Block up. Here you go.
To Gordon. From the painted area, won't go down.
When I saw this team come out and warm up, everybody looked focused. They looked into the game before the game even started. I saw a completely different team at halftime. Guys were coasting around. Guys were talking to girls in the stands. Guys were playing around with the ball boys. They weren't focused, and it's showing up right now in the second half.
Mikal Bridges. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Augustine with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
To Booker. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First one goes down. Two for two on that trip. Magic own the possession. To Vucevic. A pass stolen by Phoenix. To Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand.
Yeah, baby.
It's a big finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Suns recovered, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Trying to cash in. The big man, 8 with the rebound. To Mikal Bridges. Booker. Smothering D. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
To Aaron Gordon. Yes, Aaron Gordon. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
A guy known for being a slasher earlier in his career, Aaron Gordon's really been working on that jump shot over the last couple of seasons. If he can combine that with a consistent passion for the game, we could see a different player.
Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
They work it down to Gordon. And the Suns right there for the rebound. Mikal Bridges. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Knocks down the first.
For the Orlando Magic, number 21, Timofey Mozgov.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. In the front court, it's Augustine. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Here comes the screen. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Booker with it. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. It's Gordon with the stuff.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
And scores.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. To Gordon. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
To Kelly Oubre. Oh, he had him there for a second. Baseline drive. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Augustine with it up top. The deficit is 6. Oubre to Jackson. Oh, had him going there for a second. And they call it.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Team foul number 1. First foul in the final 2 minutes. Into the game for the Suns, number 11, Jamal Crawford.
Jarrell Martin matched up with Warren. Crawford. Short jumper misses. Great look and vision. Good. Off a spin.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Josh Jackson to Crawford. Shot from the lane won't go. Augustine with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. Here comes the screen. No good. To Jackson. Throws it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
missed it. How'd that not go down? And he's denied by Jackson.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And remember, Ed, they trailed at the halftime. This is not the same team that we saw in the first half. Playing with a new zest for life, apparently. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Not going down here. In the front court, it's Augustine. Down 8. And count the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Number 17.
Straight on 3. At the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Suns have the lead. It'll be Suns basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Steps through and scores.
There is no recovery, Ed, in particular if the defender does not stay on balance.
Augustine with it up top. His guys down 11. Able to convert inside.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Orlando has it. To shoot for Orlando. The shot by Simmons won't go down.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Augustine with the basketball. Trailing by 11. To Mo Bamba. It was right there. Crawford to Jackson. Cruises inside for 2.
And Ed, I'm really eager to see how his game progresses here in year 2. The 4th overall pick in the year 2017. And he's all rookie defensive team, but his offensive game down the stretch is really on point. Averaged 19 points per game after the All-Star break.
Here comes the screen. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Count the basket at the rim.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Jackson. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
I got ball. I got ball.
Rebound for Ayton. Mikal Bridges to Jackson. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Evan Fournier. Couple of free throws on the way. Numbers not good. 52% for his career. And hits the first free throw.
There we go. Yes, sir.
And he makes them both.
Defense.
Crawford
Defense, let's go.
to Jackson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Josh Jackson at the line for a chance at a three-point play. His career mark right now sits at 63%. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Magic have it. To Vucevic. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Here comes the screen. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
From the painted area, won't go down. In the front court, it's Augustine. Down a bundle to Vucevic. Isaac. No, the Suns come up with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
No, I missed a short one there. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Mikal Bridges. That pass stolen by Orlando.
You go back to the principles. Things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Gordon. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Off the mark on the first free throw. He missed a pair of free throws. Now a steal as the Magic have it. He gets it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
That's blocked by Vucevic.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
And he's going to the free throw line.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
DeAndre Ayton at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Here's Orlando with the basketball. To Fournier. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
To the basket goes Jackson, but a shot won't fall. To Vucevic. Taken by the Suns.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
That pass stolen by Orlando. To Fournier.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
A pass stolen by Phoenix. You've got to get that one to go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Oh, the Suns come up with the steal.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Oh, Gordon with the rejection.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Booker. Cleans it up. And a putback slam.
Oof. Really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
Augustine with it up top. His guys down big. The drive right to the basket. Gordon to the basket, but a shot no good. Deep three at the buzzer. It's, how about that? A three at the buzzer. That's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Suns came away with the victory, and the attack the rim was outstanding. Not only is the dunk a high-percentage shot, it's also a great way to test the confidence of the defense. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Phoenix Suns. The Magic didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup.
Game track. Assists.
The Phoenix Suns showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Ayton gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Cold.
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming matchups for the Orlando Magic. And that does it for our post-game wrap.